So weird. Hmm. Hmm. Hey. What's going on? Oh, shoot. What's up, Josh? Thank you for coming over here. I always get, like, tonight I actually was doing kind of okay for a little bit on TikTok. But then it just dies down to, like, one or two people. And it just gets frustrating to me because it's like, I'm supposed to have a large following there. And I get nothing. I get no views on my videos. I get nothing from going live. Like, it's just, I'm kind of done with it. I mean, I'm not going to give up, but it's just so frustrating. Anyway, here, it's been a lot better. I've been getting like 30, 60, 100 people in my lives when I come here. Sometimes. Not a whole lot of people talk, but sometimes a bunch will. So, anyway, who are the two people in here? If the two people in here could do me a huge favor and like the live, that would be super cool. Hey, you have 600. You have 655. I have 655. Nice. Subs, what are your watch hours at? Very, very low. My watch hours are abysmal. I get like 10 views per video, like nothing. I gotta figure something out to get more views. I've been trying to make better content, but I can't do anything. It doesn't matter what I put if I don't get any views. How you doing, Michael? Carter, hi. Do you have 3,000 watch hours in the last 365? 365 days? Most likely, yeah. That's not the thing. That's definitely not the limit. Can you give me mod? Absolutely not. I don't know you. Can you shout out my brother, Nick? Hi, Nick. Can you give me membership? What does that mean? What's going on? How is everybody doing? Look at that, 15 people in here. I'm over 500 subs, and as soon as I get 60 more watch hours to 300, I will be able to enable super chats and memberships. Oh, I didn't know that. I don't know how to do this. Like, I thought it just happened. I don't know. Interesting. In the last 365 days? Okay, interesting. Mod means you have a wrench by your name. Membership means you have a picture next to your name. Well, I'm not giving anything out to anybody. I'm definitely not giving anything out to someone who I've never seen before and just came here for the first time. No offense, but I've had way too many situations online where people weren't trustworthy, so I'm not giving anything out. To do ad revenue, you have to have 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours, and I think that's in a month. I think. I don't know. It's different here than it is on TikTok. TikTok, I get ad revenue. I get a creator fund. I don't know how it works here as far as like, I don't know. I don't get, it's 365 days. 4,000 hours in a year? How do you find out? I've read it all. I've read all through the YouTube stuff. Okay, well, I mean, I have that. It's almost Christmas. It is. Are you ready for Christmas? It's all in your YouTube studio. I have to, right now, I don't have internet where I live, so I have to deal with that. Oh, shoot. We'll see. I have to figure it out. Well, I appreciate the info, Michael. Can I call you Mike? Is that okay? How have you been? Carter, are you ready for Christmas? Carter. Yeah, I don't care. Okay, cool. What's everyone up to? Sorry, I'm not super talkative. I'm kind of running out of energy. It's been a long day. Long, boring day, I guess you could say. I didn't really interact with anybody, and I mean, whatever. So, I'm a little bit, wonder what's going on with my stalkers. They haven't talked to me in a couple of days. I'm kind of missing it. I'm not, but I'm wondering what's going on. Maybe they got bored of me. I'm not worth stalking. Headed to bed. Oh, don't be sorry. Have a great night, Josh. I appreciate you coming over here following me. Get up and move. Kind of running out of energy. I did a couple minutes ago. I was on TikTok for a few minutes live there, and I kind of was goofing around playing, shooting, playing hockey, like goofing around in my living room.
So is this more or less fun than watching the same TV show at the same time? I think it's more. You know, if we died right now and decomposed, it would vacuum us up. No one would ever know.
Go stand outside barefoot and see how long you can take it. I could take it longer than you'd think, but I don't want to do that. So I'm not gonna. I just got in a little while ago. It's 11:15. I got in at 9, so about 2 hours ago. I just bought gloves because I desperately needed them. But go out with wet feet. I'm not doing that. 1,000% not going out with wet feet. Nice try, buddy. Jeez. You're trying to get me sick. I don't want to get sick. Oh yeah, these things are great. These are good ones. I got like the wool stuff inside. I'm gonna be okay. Monday morning at 5:30 a.m. I have to ride my bike about 15-ish minutes. You're having flashbacks? You would have pneumonia tomorrow. Oh my gosh, I don't want pneumonia tomorrow. What are you having flashbacks for, Jake?
You want to hand me that hairbrush? Look at us. We're happy. We have boyfriends. This is infinitely better than any mood stabilizer I've ever been on. Oh shoot, what time is it? It's hammer time. It's Logan. Hairbrush is down. You got it.
What's up?
Nice. Very nice. Hey, you want to
I'm in the upper Great Lakes, so I like the cold except on my feet and hands. The upper Great Lakes. So you went to a parade today? Nice. Well, that's cool. Old YouTube lives with the toddlers. I don't have too many toddlers anymore.
Not recently. She's been in a good mood. Why's that?
I am getting a lot more people come into the live now here. So that's a good thing. I just wish my videos here would get pushed a little more.
Yes, I'm starving. Just let me get my sweater.
What kind of candy did you get, Carter?
Think of the stress. Does it look newspapery enough?
Carter, you're a toddler, aren't you? You're a kid. You're under 18, aren't you?
I want to look professional, but not too Lois Laney, and I don't want to look like a college kid.
You are a college kid.
But on Monday, I am a newspaper woman, and I have to look like a newspaper woman.
What is that in the background? This? That? This thing right here? Is that what you're talking about?
Excuse me?
Weird enough, food videos do really well on YouTube.
I could only pull up a couple thousand.
Well, I don't do food videos. I barely eat food, let alone make videos about it.
Oldest boy, Yale undergrad, started the track team, no grad school. Interesting. Then he had a couple of lost years, kind of a blank period, a little Jesus thing going on there.
Don't say your age.
Editor for 2 of the Huntsburger papers before taking over.
Okay, listen, Carter.
I mean, when you
Do not share any personal information. Don't share your age, don't share your real name, don't share where you live or any friends' names. This is not the place. If you really are,
see an egghead because he seems very roll up to sleep. But he's written about
I meant to say what I do here in the background.
policies. He had a
Hi, Michelle. How are you?
What are his politics? He's
Could you do videos on local restaurants? No.
middle wing. Oh,
No, I do nostalgia stuff. That's what I do. I don't know about restaurants or about food or about, like, I can only do what I know. And that's, I know hockey and I know nostalgia, 80s and 90s.
come on, tell me something.
He hates peas.
Logan, I need your help here.
Roy, my dad and I basically have 2 conversations. Logan, you're not living up to your
Oh, wow,
position.
okay, cool.
Logan, when you're sailing close home, wait until you gain that last bit of boat speed.
What's everyone up to?
That's it.
Carter,
You've learned more about my
just letting you know,
my whole life. Don't worry.
be careful on here. You love the 80s and 90s, nice. Okay, so tell me, Michelle, first, are you under the age of 18? I'm only asking because if so, I'm going to tell you what I told other people in here. Do not share any personal information. You're 42. Awesome. You and me, we're both 42. That's great. Awesome. No, 2000s? I don't know what you're referencing. Let's storm the ice at the next Flyers game and you'll go viral. Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Yes.
Um,
Just are teasing me diverse.
what are some of your favorite TV shows, Michelle? What is your favorite 80s movie? Oh, there's so many. Okay, just 80s, it might be this.
Answer, please.
And if you don't know that, well, you know this. I know you know this. Okay, you'll be careful. Good, good. Thank you, Carter. I want to keep you safe. I want you to be able to be on here without worrying about anything. Just remember this, you never know who is watching. So always be careful. You know it. Yes. How cool is that? That's one of them. Hey, Leslie, how are you? The Orange. Yes. It's one of my favorite movies. There's so many. Ferris Bueller, Adventures in Babysitting, Mom and Dad Save the World, Howard the Duck. You cried when Artax died? Yeah. Well, let me tell you this. So, you did Auryn. You spelled it all, you were close. Did you see the little comment I left? I did not. I was actually waiting to catch up with you. I didn't see a comment from you. I'll tell you what, Leslie, if you're willing, because this will be a lot easier, if you can go to Facebook and look up, excuse me, search for, I didn't see it. I mean, I didn't look at the video, but I got no notifications for any comments. And I've been really busy, so I haven't really like sat down to like, examine. But go to Facebook, send a message to Lulu Lulu Lee Gilmore. That's me. Um, I'm gonna be changing it to Lucas as soon as it lets me, but right now it's my nickname, which is Lulu. It's no huge rush or anything. Yeah, that's fine. I don't. Yeah, I just want you to know you can do that. That way, it's a message that goes right to me. It'll go to my request folders if we're not friends, which I don't care. I'm not trying to, I don't care if you want to be friends or not. Either way, but that way I will get the message definitely. So Michelle, where are you from? If you're willing to share. I love the movie Can't Buy Me Love. Yes, that's a really good one. All the John Hughes movies, 16 Candles, The Breakfast Club. There's others too. License to Drive. You're from Arkansas. Oh, nice. Used to love Splash. Splash is great. The Burbs. Uncle Buck. The Great Outdoors. Um, Man, there's so many really great movies. By the way, I'm from right now. I live in central Pennsylvania near Hershey Park. Um, like I said, I'm 42. I was born and raised in Philadelphia, greatest city in the world, and yeah, I love TV shows. I love 80s and 90s everything. So yeah, all those movies were so fun to watch. There was The Boy Who Could Fly. There was man, there's so many good ones. Whew. Get a job. I got one. Done. You asked, I answered. Oh, dang. Okay.
Well, he came by Yale, actually. I had met him when I had dinner at his house, and then what dinner? Just a dinner.
Oh, it's that. Okay. I'm watching Gilmore Girls right now, and I heard a sound.
About a week ago.
We'll check that off the list. Yeah, right? 9580 said get a job, and I was like, you got it. Question. Which bear is best? What's your question? Hey, what's up, Brenda? How are you? What were your thoughts on the year in the life? I liked it. So I'm a big fan of like it's cool to bring the nostalgia back. Remember Fraggle Rock? Oh, that's still one of my favorites. Or however you spell it. Fraggle. Yeah, Fraggle Rock still to this day has a huge impact on me. I watched it not too long ago. And by the way, I make videos on TikTok about nostalgia, 80s and 90s TV shows and movies and books and cartoons and characters and everything involved. And I covered an episode of Fraggle Rock where two of the characters thought they were going to die. And they talked about, you know, what do you think it's like to die or anything like that. Don't hate me, but I don't like Ferris Bueller. Okay, I don't hate you, though I don't understand why you don't like Ferris Bueller. But that's, if you don't like it, you don't like it. I just remember this Fraggle Rock commercial that played on one of my VHSs. That's awesome. Fraggle Rock, so a lot of 80s, especially 80s, but a lot of 80s and 90s shows and cartoons, they got real. Like, they dealt with real topics. You know, there was an episode of, what am I thinking of? Say it isn't so. Bobby's World. Bobby's World was great. There was an episode of Mr. Belvedere where a young boy had AIDS. And there was a whole episode about it. And then there was, what's a VHS? Get out. You're fired. Jacoby. You don't even, you've just lost the first letter in your name. You are now Jacob. Okay? You are now Jacob. What's a VHS? Get out of town. Don't be ridiculous. I can show you what a VHS is if you want. In fact, I will. I'll show you. I happen to have VHSs right here. I like the one channel that does darkest episodes for classic shows. Did you watch Real World Hawaii? I never really got into the real world stuff. I don't know. I just kind of, I missed it. Goonies. VHS. I have so many, I can't get rid of them. Give them to me. I will take any of them that you don't want. I'm actually trying to collect. Be Kind Rewind. Actually, I have one here, and I want to know if anybody remembers this. I want to know if anybody remembers this movie right here. Please tell me somebody remembers. Michelle, come through for me. This was a movie called, originally it was called Step Kids, but then they renamed it like really early on, before it actually came to the U.S. They renamed it Big Girls Don't Cry, They Get Even. Oh, you've never seen it. That's so sad. So sad. So this movie, I just threw a bunch out. Oh, you wound me, Brenda. Why didn't you give them to me? It sounds like that movie about the boy with the disease and his next door neighbor was kind of queer. I have no idea what you're talking about. There was a commercial on the 1992 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Secret of the Ooze VHS for this movie. It starts out with, "It's a story of a lovely lady." We're like the Brady Bunch from hell. There was a whole commercial on that VHS that everybody saw, but nobody actually saw the movie. It's a really, really good film. It was basically a bunch of family members who, it's like this person divorced that person and got married to that person, and so they're my stepmom, and then that person did this and that. It was before I knew you. I even had Marky Mark workout video. What? I'm joking. I know what a VHS is. Yeah, I figured. I'm not actually taking a letter away from your name. The plot sounds familiar. Yeah. If I showed you in fact, if you look up the commercial, I guarantee you will remember it. Just because everyone remembers the commercial. And the song, there's a song in the trailer and in the movie. It's like, I'm free to do what I want any old time. And then at the very end of the commercial, there's like, they show the credits, or the, whatever you call it, like the, wow, it doesn't show it. They show the, like, you know, the thing where it says the movie name and how the actors and all, and she cuts it off and says, did you know that it's something like, did you know that by the year 2000, 1 in every 3 people will be related to me? Something like that. I can't speak. 1 in every 3 people will be related to me. I had the Cindy Crawford workout tape. Nice. I'm free to do what I want any... Excuse me. Oof. Love me, hold me, love me, 'cause I'm free. Yeah, this movie made that song famous for a little while. And there was an actress who played in this movie. She is right. Where is she? Is she not here? Well, that's her, but dang, you can't really see it. Cindy Crawford's daughter is in American Horror Story. I did not know that. You love Troop Beverly Hills? Yes. Shelley Long. Michael Jackson's daughter and Princess Leia. Interesting. I haven't seen American Horror Story in a little while. I actually met the cast of Freak Show. I have pictures hanging out with them. They're all like amazing, cool people. I'm actually still friends with the really tall woman on Facebook. I've been friends with her on there for like 8 years or something. It's kind of cool. The movie I was thinking of is The Cure. I never even heard of it. These are the American Horror Stories. And the movie with Shelley Long where she chokes on the chicken bone? Wait. She chokes on a chicken bone? The only movies I know Shelley Long from are Troop Beverly Hills and The Money Pit. Off the top of my head, I don't know any other movies she's been in.
Mom, hello. Lorelai? Is Rory okay? Yeah,
It's from 95.
Saw the guy who died.
Yeah, I don't know.
Everyone was fine. Then why are you calling? Well, I was wondering.
My coolest thing was going to the semi-hidden Walking Dead museum. Oh, that's cool. What's new, Pikachu? What's up, Justin? Welcome back. How are you? How are you? We were just talking about 80s movies.
Yes. The night that Logan
I guess 80s and 90s movies.
Sure. Well, that's quite a coincidence, isn't it?
So, okay. Tell me something about yourself. In fact, let's make this easy. Tell me something about you that I don't know. Some of you I know very little about, so you got a lot to choose from. Some of you I know a little bit more about. The Whiz Kid. Oh my gosh, you remember The Wizard? Bro, I've been watching The Highlander nonstop. I'm on season 4. Nice. So you like the show? And yes, by the way, I loved Little Monsters. You seem to get more people on YouTube. This is why I'm here. This is why I'm here. Like I'm super disappointed in TikTok. I don't know what's happening with them over there. Gone with the Wind is one of my favorite books. Working 9 to 5. Nice. Brenda, how have you been? There's a random fact for you. Awesome. I really appreciate that, Leslie. Who played the monster in Little Monsters? Howie Mandel. The same guy who did the voice for Bobby, Gizmo, and I don't remember. It wasn't Beaker. What was the character's name? Skeeter from the Muppet Babies. Remember Skeeter? Remember the Muppet Babies? Muppet Babies will make your dreams come true. That's another show. If Muppet Babies was on right now, I would be watching it. I love Muppet Babies. And they had some decent humor. Skeeter from Doug. No, not Skeeter from Doug. Although it's funny that they're both named Skeeter. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember two Happy Meal toys that I have a funny thing about. So there was the Muppet Babies toys with the wheels and all. And the Fraggle Rock toys. I would not be surprised if somebody in this chat alone, if you look under your oven or your stove, you will see one of the little Fraggle Rock little Happy Meal toys. Somebody, I guarantee it, there's 21 people in here. I guarantee at least one person in here, if you look under your stove, like on the floor, you'll find a Happy Meal toy that's Wembley Fraggle with the little carrot that used to, you'd push it around. I don't think I know 3 people who didn't lose one of those specifically under the oven, under the stove. Did you ever watch Orange is the New Black? I never watched it. So, Michelle, did you ever watch it?
Oh my god, this smells good. What is this?
Nothing. Just some soft shell crab on the bean on a bed of wild rice.
I'm really behind on shows.
It's nothing.
I haven't watched Game of Thrones. I probably won't watch the drug show, Breaking Bad, Patty Mayonnaise. I haven't seen Orange is the New Black. I haven't seen Grey's Anatomy. I haven't seen The Good Doctor. There's so many shows that I have not watched, but I've watched all the 80s shows and 90s.
Well, one of our clients is the Durham Group. Do you know them?
They own hotels?
They own boutique inns. The CEO, Mike Armstrong, is good friends with Tweez Silverman, who is the publisher.
Wait, Patty Mayonnaise is...
It seems there's quite an article coming out about you and Suki and your success.
Oh, okay.
According to Tweez,
Wait, Patty Mayonnaise is a main character's name
Did your guy happen to
on...
in the article?
I did like that 70s show.
included in because
Also.
he knows he's always looking for up-and-comers. Apparently, you are an up-and-comer. Long story short, Laura, Mike Armstrong.
Oh, the voice actress. Okay. I was like, did they use that character name? Like what? Watch a lot of Asian dramas. Like what kind of, what are they called? I wouldn't know them. I'm just curious.
Do you travel? I wasn't really sure.
The voice actress. Got you. That's cool.
Yeah, Dad, I travel sometimes.
Well, good. I'll have my secretary fax the contact information to your home fax tonight, and you can call it in the morning.
Dad, I don't have a home fax.
I don't see how you can do business on this level and not have a home fax.
I mean, we're all confounded by that, yes.
Call my office in the morning. I'm quite proud of you, Laura.
Thanks, Dad.
Once you realize it, you can definitely recognize the voice. That's awesome. I love that kind of stuff. I'm always watching things and trying to figure, like, if it's a cartoon. Like, can I tell you what I just watched for the first time? Like, within the last week? I just watched the Lego Movie and Lego Batman for the first time. And the whole time I was sitting there like, who is that? Who is that voice? Oh my gosh, I know that voice. Who is it? Like, that's all I did throughout the whole movie.
I don't know. Just some guy who called my dad and wants to meet me.
Well, this is crazy. You don't want to meet with this guy.
Look, I'm not interested, so it doesn't matter. I have no intention of meeting with this guy. I'm happy with what I've got.
Good. You know what?
I've seen parts of the Lego Movie and played Lego Batman game. That's funny.
No, I'm serious. Even if you're not interested, I mean, it's good people are talking about you and your business. And you just take the meeting. It's contact. It's networking, right? That's the right word? Networking.
I think.
Well, then you should network.
Alright, well. I'll
Sorry,
think
I'm
about it.
thinking. What's everyone up to right now? I'm obsessed with IMDb. I love to know where everyone is from.
You know what these are?
Basketball. Oh my gosh, what a movie.
With fragrant lilies in the room? Yeah. Well, then I don't know how you think my guest
What I loved is all of the parody movies. Robin Hood, Men in Tights.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am.
Oh my gosh, hilarious. National Lampoon. Please tell me somebody knows the movie National Lampoon's Loaded Weapon. It is my favorite parody movie. Airplane. Spaceballs. Spaceballs.
Huntsburgers will all be transferring down to Martha's Vineyard soon.
Mid-June every year.
The Princess Bride. I love The Princess Bride.
Quite a spread.
Hot Shots. Yes. Oh my gosh. Hot Shots Part 2.
Time for what?
Time to acreage. A common
What a great set of movies.
A place on Cape Cod.
our own
Chili Willy Milli Vanilli. I said, what's funny is there's all these little tiny lines that aren't super popular, but I say them I still to this day say them all the time. Like if somebody asks me a name and like I don't want to tell them, I'll say Chili Willy Milly Vanilli. Because that's the scene from the second one when he was in the tent. What a great, oh, they're great. Then there was, I know this is like the 2000s, I guess. But I did like all the parody movies. Like there was not another teen movie, not another superhero movie, not another teen movie, not another date movie. Like all those.
What are you doing here?
I was a 90s kid, but was so into The Princess Bride and The Never-Ending Story. Yes. For me, it was always Camp Nowhere. Yes. Oh my gosh, Ernest. Ernest Scared Stupid. Ernest Goes to Camp. What a great movies.
So, did you ring Mike Armstrong?
I did. We have a meeting set up for tomorrow.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Mike is very big. I think you'll find him a valuable.
Richard, I need help in here.
I'm sitting with Lorelai, Emily.
Really, it's okay. Promise not to stick my finger.
Such a random movie to be so into. You love disaster movie. I liked the superhero one.
You know you're not obligated to be polite until we're actually inside my grandparents' house.
Good. Now I'm use this brief moment in time to make some disgusting.
Most of those movies are from Mad TV Cast. I didn't know that. I just remember the scene where with Kevin Hart, where like I think it's Kevin Hart, where it's like
Of course she'll be cool.
I'm trying to think. The one guy shoots the kid or threatens to shoot the kid, and he's like, I have superpowers. I'm invincible. And then he's like, he shoots Kevin Hart for no reason at all. It was really funny. But Loaded Weapon. Does anybody remember National Lampoon's Loaded Weapon? It was with Emilio Estevez and Samuel L. Jackson.
We're not perfect. Nonsense, you're perfect.
No, she's right. I've got split ends like you wouldn't believe. And a sense of humor. Emily, these are for you. Small token of my gratitude.
So demure.
I absolutely adore these.
I picked them up last time I was in Switzerland.
Well, aren't you clever?
And here's a little something for you, sir. Oh, Romeo and Juliet. You are a good man, Logan. That's perfect.
Lassie with Michelle Williams. Michelle Williams was in Lassie? I did not know that.
Oh, I like how the lapels are cut. Are those nice lapels, Rory?
Sure, Grandpa, his lapels look great.
Oh my gosh. You ready for a little nostalgia?
Hang down around the chest like a basset hound's ear.
Free Willy. I loved I really loved Free Willy.
Hey, how am I sitting?
Especially when the kid,
Logan, this is Rory's mother.
she looked so young and I didn't know that. I didn't know she was in it. That's crazy. Okay. I'm going to give you a couple of TV shows and I want to see if you remember them. First one is My Secret Identity.
I adore a man who dresses Scotch neat.
What's up, Arrowverse? My Secret Identity. Do you remember that one? That's the one with Jerry O'Connell.
And your usual Lamar.
If you don't know who he is, he's the guy from...
No, my drink is a martini. It's always been
By the way, you seem to have a hipster vibe. Nice.
1,000 times I've had a drink here.
I like it.
I would have sworn
Secret Life of Alex Mack. That's another good one. Erie, Indiana. But My Secret Identity had Jerry O'Connell, and he got superpowers, and he used to go to his neighbor's house, which was a scientist. I love it. That's awesome. I'm really glad. I appreciate that, Arrowverse. How you doing tonight?
One martini.
that's with a twist, Lorelai.
So, for me, the theme song to My Secret Identity was always The Thing.
It's always been
You'll never guess my secret identity. The guy, he could fly, but only when he had spray cans that he would like use to propel himself up. Anyway, he plays the quarterback in Jerry Maguire. Yes, yeah, awesome. I love that you know who he is. But there was My Secret Identity. Then there was Parker Lewis Can't Lose. You remember that? There was the big giant guy named Coob, who would like Kubiak. Well, I forget his first name, but his last name was Kubiak, and everyone called him Koob. And then there was the nerdy friend to Parker Lewis. I'm trying to think of what else. Like his principal. She was, I forget her name, but she was like always like a cartoon character. She was always angry about stuff and screaming and breaking. Like she would scream so loud that her door window would break. So yeah, there's that one. What's another one? Arrowverse. How you doing tonight? What else? Do you remember? Does anybody remember the cartoon Cops? It was like COPS, C period O period P. And I remember it was a Saturday morning cartoon. You missed the 90s. I missed the 90s too. I missed it. You know what I missed? 1988 to 1991. Because those were the best Saturday morning cartoons years ever. Well, 88 to 92, let's say. Cowboys of Moon Mesa, Cops, Raggedy Ann and Andy, Fantastic Max, Fantastic Max. What else? There was Garfield was huge at the time. Ninja Turtles. What else? James Bond Jr. Like, there were so many great cartoons just in that little bit of time. What are they called? Let's all go to the Snorks. The Snorks, the Smurfs. There was, oh man, there were so many really good ones. Popples. Remember Popples? Oh my gosh, Michelle. Be my hero here. Do you remember Popples? Strawberry Shortcake, yes. Do you remember the Koala Show? The Koala, I forget what it's called. I think it was just called Koalas. And they were like, it was like they had superpowers. I'm not sure. Oh, man. So Popples were these characters that could roll up into a ball, and then they were just this little like ball, and we had them, like we had actual stuffed animals that could roll up into a ball, and they were adorable, and they were goofy looking, but for some reason we loved them. It was like the same time as like Pound Puppies. And remember Camp Candy? Dude, I could talk about this all night. Someone's gonna have to stop me from this, because I could just keep going on and on about all the cartoons and movies and everything that we had when we were kids. Did you grow up in the same area, or have you ever moved around? I grew up in I grew up in Philadelphia and South Jersey, which is pretty much the same area. So pretty much I stayed there until 2022. But I did get to see, some of the world. I miss late 80s to early 90s because I was young, beautiful, and clubbing. That's wild. First, you're still beautiful, so don't say used to be or was. Second, the Garbage Pail Kids. Oh my gosh, yes! You always lived in Arkansas. Okay, I was just curious. I don't know what is, like, I always wondered if, like, the Saturday morning cartoons I watched were the same ones that you watched, in different areas. Like, I always wondered, like, in California, is it just a different time? Or is it the same channel, but in California, it's, like, Channel 2, and in South Jersey, it's Channel 10. You know what I mean? Like, I always wondered. Barbie and the Rockers. Nice. Does anybody remember Land of the Lost? I actually just did a video on that for TikTok. Land of the Lost from 1991. There was also Hi Honey I'm Home from Nickelodeon. There was also 15 with a baby Ryan Reynolds. There's also You Can't Do That on Television. You have the Disney Channel. What? You are so lucky. Gem and the Holograms. What else? There was a cartoon. Used to watch Speed Racer. Nice. I never really got into Speed Racer, but it was more so because I didn't watch it a lot. You were lucky. You didn't feel lucky. You were lucky. That's awesome. Does anybody remember the other Ghostbusters? Not like Venkman and Egon, but like the other Ghostbusters. There was a monkey. They had a car that could like spring up off the ground.
You two are powder dry. What on earth are you talking about? They're just kids and they're still figuring things out, and they don't need you two dropping all these heavy-handed hints about weddings and babies and Cape Cod.
You should be thrilled by this match, Lorelai.
Who says
My buddy, my buddy, my buddy and me.
all this pressure on them? They are in their early 20s, for God's sake.
You're letting your own personal tastes cloud your judgment of this boy. He's perfect for Rory, and you don't see it.
This is not about my personal taste.
You're uncomfortable around people like Logan. He's not your type. That's well documented.
Oh, that was a nice, not so subtle dig at Luke. Luke?
Who said anything about Luke?
Kid sister. Yes, I was just thinking that.
It's just your busy married
Kid
woman
sister,
family that wasn't even
kid sister. Wherever I go, she goes.
like trash.
I was actually trying to think.
Well, they did.
Sorry, I got.
Burgers were so horrible to Rory.
Sorry. I was trying to think of. Was there? You remember Polly Pocket, right? Makes me proud that people still remember Oren. Yes, I love that you know it.
Is there something wrong with that?
No.
I concur.
That's awesome. You kind of made my night, Zachary. Polly Pocket. So was there a theme song to, like a commercial theme song to Polly Pocket? I never had one. I was always like, I was typing it as you said it. That's great. Great minds think alike. What's our excuse? What are some other things?
Kissing.
You have something against kissing?
I never thought of you as a prude.
Paranoid, not a prude.
He stole your sewing box.
The sewing box is sitting on the table in the living room, Lorelai.
No, he's just
Are we done here?
no.
Okay, so,
I want that cup of coffee.
oh shoot, what was I just? Oh. Okay, Michelle. I don't know if you remember this. I remember it really well, but there was a thing when I was really young. It was called Video Smarts. Okay, there was a little tiny, like, it was like a controller, but it was real big. I say tiny. It's tiny to me right now, but when I was a kid, it was like real big. It had 4 colored buttons that were, and like, it was a video play along thing, you know, you watch a video and then you press the buttons and it you know. I was just scrolling on your page somehow. For you page. Whoa, what happened? What happened? You're going to hate me, but I've never watched Gilmore Girls. You did collect Polly Pockets. I recommend you should try to watch Gilmore Girls. It's really good, but I don't hate you for that. I don't know if you remember. I was just scrolling through videos, and then your live stream popped up. Seemed like a cool dude. I'm totally going to check out your channel. Thank you so much, Zachary. I really appreciate that. I talk a lot about 80s and 90s TV shows and movies and just memories, nostalgia. So if you like that kind of stuff, you will like my page here and on TikTok. I have a pretty big following there, 75,000 followers, and you know it's kind of a cool place to be there and here. I'm trying to build this. I'm trying to build my YouTube up, so you know, if you think my stuff is good, I would love it if you'd be willing to throw a subscribe there. Remember all the Coca-Cola clothes? Um, you know what I remember? Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. You know what I remember a lot is, for some reason, I had tons of stuff where Bugs Bunny and Taz had like a backwards hat on and baggy jeans and stood like this, like a whole lot. I don't know why that was such a big thing.
You're young. You love to travel. You look amazing topless. You could go. I mean, what's stopping you? Well, ooh, snappies. Snappies would be good in this. Maddie, snappies. Snappies. Yeah.
Yeah. So, oh my gosh, guess what? Okay. If I go grab something real quick, would you stay and hang out till I come back? It will be super quick. It's literally, I just have to run downstairs. I kind of want to show you this thing. I want to see if you remember it. Of course you'll remember it, but absolutely. I had Baby Bubbles and Rainbow Bright dolls. I love Rainbow Bright. I actually have a t-shirt with Rainbow Bright on it. Absolutely. Okay, I'm gonna run downstairs. First up, wait, Zachary, may I ask if you are under or over 18? I'm just curious because if you are under 18, I'm gonna tell you the same thing I tell everyone who comes in. If you're under 18, don't share any personal information. Don't share how old you are or what school you go to or any other thing like that. 32. Okay, cool. Damn, I was born in 1982, so don't even talk to me about that. That's smart. It's very smart. A lot of kids come in here and they don't realize that nobody can tell who is watching unless you comment. You could be in this live, like Michelle. If you didn't leave a comment, I would never know you were in here. I would just know that 17 people are in here. And that if I don't know, nobody else knows. So I just want to be careful. I want people to be careful. Okay, hold on one sec. I'll be quick. Wow, that hurt. I thought you were like at least 28. That's awesome. Thank you. Okay. Sorry, I got a thing on my lip. That's why I keep picking at it. So I have two things that I want to show you. Okay. And I want to see who remembers these because they are, one of them is a staple from the 90s. Jesus loves you. I hope so. Thank you. What's up, Jake? So first, I got an 80s thing to show you. And this is a thing that we all had if we were, everyone, let's say everyone who's, if you remember, let's say 1993, back. So I got, Nickelodeon, but a lot of the childhood actors didn't have good experiences. Yeah, I watched the documentary. And I knew for years that there were a lot of bad situations. I hate that. Does anybody remember this? Like the little tiny, it's a little hand puppet. Dude, I had maybe 100 of these things. Huh, kill me. Where's the cat? I'm from Melmac. Yeah. I just found one of these things. Used to love that show. That's awesome. I actually have the whole series on my computer. These puppets, they were like Burger King. Like, check that out. So they were little Burger King things we got. There was a bunch of them too. There was like 4 or 5. Oh, collect all 4. So there was 4 of them. Yeah, I loved Alf a lot. Now here's the other thing that I have that I love bragging. Do you guys mind if I brag for a minute? Because I'm really proud that I own one of these. Is that okay with you? So, tell me this. Anyone who lived and remembers the 90s, okay, what was your favorite drink? What was your favorite drink from the 90s? I bought the Dads of Schoolhouse Rock. Nice. Oh, this is my favorite episode. Dude, you're a part of one of the greatest generations ever. Brag on. Awesome. Okay, so there was a drink in the 90s. I'm going to tell you some flavors, and you're going to know what it is, okay? First flavor is strawberry banana. Second flavor is strawberry daiquiri. Did you know Modi? No. Maybe? I don't know. Dr. Pepper cherry and Mountain Dew family. Nice. The third flavor was Liz Blizz. Another flavor was I think it was what was another? Oolong tea. There was also an orange one. It was like orange, like orange cream or orange something. I hated orange. I don't like orange flavor stuff, so I don't remember what it was called. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? I don't know anything about that. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? A drink from the 90s that was like, it was a staple in the 90s. Anybody? You liked Snapple? Do you remember a drink that had a lizard on it? Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so I'm sad that nobody recognizes it, but does anybody remember Sobe? I have one of the original glass bottles from Sobe. So Sobe was like a huge drink in the mid to late 90s into like, I think it lasted till about 2008. And I have, Kobe. This isn't Kobe. Sobe. There we go. Nobody remembers Sobe, really? It was like a big thing in the 90s. And they even had like lizards on the actual glass bottle. Okay, well, that backfired on me. It was one of my favorites. It was It was my favorite. I used to have Sobe everything. Like, you do remember. Okay, cool. So yeah, I love that I have this. It's really hard to find these anymore. You can buy them online. That's what I did, but like they're getting more and more expensive. I also have a Trapper Keeper. Grab the lizard by the bottle. Sobe was awesome. It was the best. For me, the strawberry banana was everything. You never drank it? Okay. Do you remember Jolt Cola? Anybody remember Jolt? Caboodles? I do, yeah. You know cola. Pina colada. Yeah, so I've never been a fan of like that's what this is, in fact. This is the pina colada. It was called Liz Blizz. Skip it. Oh my gosh. Do you remember the yo-yo ball? It was like a yo-yo, but it automatically came back up, so you didn't actually have to like learn how to yo-yo. I had one. It was like the coolest thing. And as a kid, obviously Nerf was a thing. But there was, when I was a kid, my cousin used to have a Nerf bow and arrow. And it was like you pull it back and I forget how it worked. I think you pushed it to shoot it. Instead of like pull back and let go, you had to like pull it back to like get the airflow or whatever. And then you'd like, yes, I know yo-yo. You're saying half things. So I don't think you know what I'm talking about. I think you've heard of a yo-yo and a cola. So just throwing that out there. I always had a water gun in the summertime. A water gun? Like a super soaker? Yo, I remember when I first saw the super soaker with the 2 barrels, I thought that was the greatest thing in the entire universe. And I did get one at some point, and we barely used them. Actually, we used to have water fights. And then one time, so we had the 2 barrel super soaker, right? That thing was like the greatest thing in the world, right? And then somebody came back one day who had a backpack on, and they were just like, they just destroyed all of us. I don't think it wasn't a super soaker. Maybe it was. I don't remember. How do you know chili flavored Mountain Dew? I've heard they had weird flavors like spicy and stuff like that. They kept getting bigger and bigger. I don't know if I ever tried chili flavored. I don't remember that one, but I do know they had one that was like it was like hot sauce flavored or something, and it was really gross. What was it? I think it was some kind of pepper. Maybe it was a power washer. Oh my gosh, I would love to have had a power washer. I would have sprayed the kids, my friends. Trying to think of another thing from then. Okay, can somebody help me out with something? So I had a thing. It was like a doodle something. Okay, are you afraid of the dark? Oh, I thought you were asking. That's funny. Are you afraid of the dark? And Goosebumps were they were legendary. That and the cartoon Tales from the Crypt Keeper. Do you remember a toy where you had it kind of looked like an Etch-a-Sketch sort of, but it had a bar that would come across at the bottom. You pulled a thing across and it would erase everything, and you could like draw on it and then just wipe it away and erase it. I cannot remember what this thing was called. Try the current flavor. It's real current. Nice. You've been here before, haven't you? AKMRWT. I think you've been here before. How are you? Do you know what I'm talking about? And it had a little, it had like a circle thing that it was kind of like a stamp. I can't remember what it was called. Like I vaguely remember using it. My cousin always had them. She must have gotten one every month or something because it was always like she always got a new one. Oh my gosh, it's 12:13. What's behind you? NHL. I am a Philadelphia Flyers hockey fan. Are you a hockey fan? An American Tail, Thundercats, He-Man, She-Ra. She-Ra, She-Ra. Josie and the Pussycats. What else? What are some other cartoons? The Mighty Ducks. It's so weird to me that there was a cartoon that was the Mighty Ducks. Remember Heathcliff? Heathcliff, Heathcliff, you know. Well, I forget what the first line. Heathcliff, Heathcliff, you don't know. Danger lurks behind you. There's a stranger out to find you. What to do? Just grab onto some ducktails. Woo! So, you said, do you know which country created hockey games? So, there's a lot of history to that, and I know a bunch of it. Here's what an article that I read once that explained that there was found the oldest forms of hockey sticks found in the Schuylkill River in Philadelphia, which predates anything from Canada, meaning not that they had organized games before that. Canada was the first country to have organized games and have the games set up. So I have to get up in 6 hours, so I'm going to sign off. I just checked out your channel on it. Saw Smallville, and I'll DM you later. Well, I'm glad. Hey, I don't see why you're getting up. But whatever you have to do tomorrow, whether it's work, school, or anything else, I hope you have a great day. I appreciate you. I hope to catch up with you later. India did not create the game of hockey. India created, there was a game that was similar to hockey, but it was played on horses, and they used to use like a long branch to like whack a thing. I don't know what the thing was. It was, I don't know if it was like a cow pie or something similar. Hi, Gloria. But I know what you're talking about. There was a game before hockey. It was kind of like it was kind of similar to like lacrosse. Not lacrosse. Not lacrosse. What's it called? Croquet? What's the game where they were on horses and they hit the ball? It's a similar game to that, which did have an effect on the game of hockey, but it wasn't hockey. It wasn't anywhere near hockey. It wasn't on ice. It wasn't played the same way, or completely different rules. The only thing was that was an actual influence was the way the sticks were created. The game in India, which I want to say it was all over. It was in Spain also. It was all over the world. So it wasn't just India. But I forget what the game is called. Like it's something now. Like they ride horses and hit a ball with a long pole or stick or something. But yeah, no, hockey itself was absolutely created in Canada. There are remnants, like I said, there are remnants of an older game that was played on an individual level in Philadelphia in the Schuylkill River. So I happen to have studied for like, I want to say 6 years or 5 years or something. I studied hockey every chance I could. The history, current, everything involved. Is anybody still here? Nope, we don't talk politics. Politics is a no-go here. The way I see it, polo. Polo! Thank you. That's exactly what I was trying to think of. Yes, the game that person was thinking of, it originated as basically polo, which branched out into a bunch of other sports because they saw that and made their own version of it, sort of. So it's under, like, what this person says does have. I understand why they pointed that out. But I want you to know that what I'm trying to do here is create a place where we can all come together and we can talk and we can get along, whether it's talking about Uncle Phil from Fresh Prince or we're talking about some movie or show or whatever. I want us to find common ground, and I'm telling you, it has been a really good rule that no, bro, not polo. Yeah, no, hockey was absolutely invented completely and totally in Canada. Windsor, to be specific. Windsor, Ontario. I think it's Ontario. I'm not 100% sure about of that now, but it is Windsor. It was absolutely created there. Cambridge College, I think it is. And yes, it was polo that was created, or a version of what polo is now, which somebody saw it in other countries and brought their, like, changed it completely, changed the idea, changed the rules, changed the way it's played, but like did take some inspiration from the polo type game, and turned it into what, originally it was just two poles in the ground and you had to slide it across in between the two poles, and it was a cow pie, which, if you don't know, it's like cow turds. And they would cut specific branches out, and like it was very specific. Like, hockey as it is, or as it started, was created in Canada. Anyway, who's all still here? Who's here? If you're in here, say hi. Man, this is driving me nuts. I love to talk to you. I appreciate that. I hope you do. There's not a whole lot that I know, like, a ton about. Hockey is one of the things that I know a lot about. I'm not kidding when I say I spent maybe a good 4 or 5 years, like, studying the history of the game. I studied players. There was Max Bentley and his brother Doug from the early 1900s. There was Sprague and Odie Cleghorn from the 1800s. There was Phantom Joe Malone. It's a lot, and I love learning about hockey. I'm from India, and it's 10:52 a.m. That's awesome. It is right now 12:23 a.m. here. Yeah, we're quite a few hours apart, so that's cool. I'm glad you're here. I hope the rest of your day goes well. Anyway, does anybody have any plans? Anything coming up this weekend or anything? I have completely zero plans this weekend. Like zero. And then Monday, I start my new job, my new position. I work at the same job, but the position that I just got, it's full time. It's a position that I know well. So I'm kind of excited about that. Did I lose everybody? Oh, did everybody leave? Did everybody that was talking to me leave? What day is it in India? Good question. Good luck. Thank you so much, Brenda. I appreciate that. Just randomly found my live. Well, thank you for coming in. How are you? What do I do? Right now, I'm just kind of hanging out. It's been a long day, and I'm just kind of chilling, talking. I talk a lot about 80s and 90s nostalgia, TV shows, movies, comics, cartoons, characters, things that we used to drink when we were kids, you know? Like, that's kind of my thing. So right now I'm just kind of here chilling, just talking. I'm a little bit lonely, so I'm trying to look for people to talk with and kind of connect to. So you have your YouTube channel. Yeah, everyone here does. Sounds cool. Have you ever traveled? I've traveled a little bit. Within the country so far, I haven't really gone far. Mental health is a serious thing. People get checked out. True. Take care of yourself. You don't have GF. Are you talking to me? I do not. If you're talking to me and you're saying, do I have a girlfriend? I don't. Yet. If you're talking to someone else and asking a question or whatever, I can't answer. You live in Australia. Nice. Yes, I'm talking to you, but why don't you? Because I don't. We all have a channel, but not everybody takes the time or wants to post anything or wants to do any of that here. What's America like? Honestly, I think we're not that different in some ways. It's got its good areas and bad areas. I've been really lucky to live in some really great, good areas. So, good day, mate. Kingston? Kingstone? I don't know where that is. Mo man. Have you ever been able to travel anywhere? I have traveled a little bit within the country. What part of America are you from? Me, I'm in Pennsylvania, central Pennsylvania. It's on pretty much on the East Coast, although I'm a little bit further away from the actual coast. I'm probably 4 hours away from the coast, like the beach, like the ocean. 4 hours, maybe 4 hours. And BH here is in Kansas City. What part of Australia are you from, if you're willing to share? Also, I want to make a disclaimer just in case anybody's listening. If you are under the age of 18, do not share any personal information. Please be safe and protect yourself, okay? You never know who's watching. You never know who's going to pay attention to you saying where you're from or naming, areas or near where you live. So just be safe. I'm Serbian and Croatian. Only been to Serbia when I was in grade 1. Okay. You're a good 17 hours from the beach. Yeah, I guess so. Next to Sydney. Nice. I actually have a friend who lives not far from Melbourne. I can't believe you need to be 21 to drink in America. That I can't believe. Yeah, that's what the rule is. My parents are gone in the next 20 minutes. Okay. Well, I don't know what to tell you. 4 months ago. Do you do lives every day? I have been. It's not gonna happen in the near future because I'm about to start a job where I can't go. I have to go to sleep early. In Australia, you have to be 18 to drink. So in America, do you have to wait to be 21 to go clubbing? Yes. Legally, yes. That's absolutely not true. It's 21 everywhere in the U.S. legally. Oh, jeez. Oh, dear. Oh. Hey. Did I wake you up?
No.
Okay, good. How are you?
I'm tired.
I'm sorry. You're 13, okay. What's something big in your city that people do? This gun's really a big thing. I- it's a very tough topic to talk about. Yeah, but just because you did doesn't mean that was legal. I'd like, if you want to talk about anybody, if anybody wants to talk about stuff they did, like, I'm not trying to be annoying, but information, when it comes down to truth and like legalities, I don't want it put out there that anything that's unfactually true. Is clubbing worth it? I don't know. I've never done it, so. And I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna, no, I'm not asking anymore. Do not share personal information, okay? If you're making jokes, then you're gonna have to state to me, say, you are over the age of 18. If you are not, I don't want to. I'm not gonna be responsible for, or part of the reason that there was any trouble. I'm jealous that America's next door to Mexico and Canada. Have you ever tried those countries? I'm just stuck on an island. I've been to Hawaii and a few states in the country. I haven't been to Canada yet. It's like a dream of mine. And I haven't been to Mexico yet, although I've known people who have. Next year, you're coming to the U.S.? Good. Is that like a plan that you're working on, or is it already set? Or is it just something you want to do? What's your favorite city you've visited? Last year I lived in a town called Appleton, Wisconsin. And I think it was an absolutely beautiful area. It was really nice. The people are incredible there. And, I could see myself going back someday. I've been to a lot of really nice places, though. Hawaii was breathtaking. I was in North Carolina for a couple of years ago, and I would love to go back there. I think it was incredible. I don't know if I have one favorite. Madrid, Spain. That's awesome, Brenda. It's funny, the places you've named I've seen only in movies. It always looks cool. Nice. I'll totally settle into USA life. Good. Do it. I think that's awesome if you can get here, get settled, build a life. It's really cool. That's what it's all about. Have you ever seen someone famous in person, like an actor or an artist? Yes, I've met so many actors that it's ridiculous. I used to go to conventions a lot. A convention is kind of like a place where We all gather, and your girlfriend is from Chicago. Conventions are like, it's a place where a bunch of people who are fans of something can all go, and then they have, some famous people from that, whatever that thing is. For me, I would go to a horror movie convention, so there was lots of actors and actresses from horror movies. I can list a lot of different names of people, and I can list different shows that people acted in. And I've met a lot of them. Stranger Things, if you've ever heard of that. I met the whole cast except for Millie Bobby Brown. An American Horror Story. Can we make... You mean can we meet? Nothing's impossible. You love Stranger Things. That's awesome. I've met the whole cast except for Millie Bobby Brown, the girl who plays 11. Can we meet? It's possible. I'm not making any promises. I don't even know your name, so I don't know how we would meet if I don't even know who you are. But I'm not against doing some kind of a meetup. Bless you. Is Dusty cool in real life? Yeah, he's a really cool guy. Dusty, Gate Matarazzo, and Caleb McLaughlin. I think that's his name. Who did he play? Those two are really, really cool. Caleb, he plays... What's his name? I'm so bad at names. Vivekanand. Well, it's nice to meet you. Can I call you Vivek for short? Is that okay? Caleb, what's his name? It's Caleb McLaughlin, but his character's name is... I'm sorry, I forget his... I'm so bad at names. Who's your favorite actor you've met and the most famous? Do you like horror movies? Have you ever seen the Jigsaw or the Saw movies? The main guy from that, I got to meet him. His name is Tobin Bell. Adam West, I met him in 2017. Vivek is perfect. Okay, cool. Well, it's nice to meet you. I appreciate that. My name is Luke. John Cusack is Adam West like Batman. Yes. I got to actually take a little walk, just me and Adam. It's a whole story. I'll tell you if you want to hear it, but it's nothing super fancy, but it was a really cool moment for me. I walked with Batman, yeah. And he was just as cool as... Okay, so they did a Q&A. It's like a question and answer time. You saw the Jigsaw movies. Do you know the guy who plays John Kramer, like the main guy, the bad guy in the Jigsaw movies? I met him. I actually got to talk to him for a little while. So I was at a Q&A where you ask them, you met Kiefer Sutherland. Nice. Oh, that's awesome. He was okay, nothing special. So Adam West and Burt Ward, who played Batman and Robin, they were up on a stage and people were asking them questions. They raised their hands, ask him a question, he'd answer. Well, at the end, I went over to where I knew, I went to the bottom of the steps where he was going to get down. I just wanted to give him a high five. He walks towards me. I put my hand out. He gives me a high five. Super, super cool. So then I was thinking, all right, I'm just going to leave this room. And I walked right behind Adam West. And I didn't pay attention. But we walked down a little hallway, which was just for the actors to go out of. And I didn't realize that I was not supposed to be there. I didn't get in trouble or anything. But I'm walking down with him. And I said something like, well, I really appreciate that you're here. How do you like doing this kind of stuff? And, he told me I forget what he said exactly, but he said basically it's a lot of fun to meet people. And that was pretty much it. But it was super cool. You know, I don't know who he is, but I love to see that kind of movie. Okay. How was Kiefer Sutherland? I mean, you're saying it was okay. Like, what did you do? Did you get to talk to him, or was it just a meeting him real quick and leaving? Some celebrities can be rude in person, but Adam West seemed dope. Adam West was really cool, and a lot. I'll tell you the key to meeting celebrities. If you get to meet them, if you treat them like they're a celebrity, they might be rude to you. They might get annoyed by you. They might, not want to talk. But if you treat them just like they're another person, you have a much better chance of them actually being a regular person to you. I met a guy named Robert Patrick. Robert Patrick played the bad guy in Terminator 2. Okay? He was the guy who turned into Liquid, the robot. When I met him, I walked up to him and I said, "Hey, my friend over here is a big fan of yours. Do you mind taking a picture with him?" And he was like, "Yeah, definitely. That's cool." And did you see the Nun movies? Yes, I did. And he like talked to there was a person who used to be my friend, and he was super nervous, and like Robert Patrick's like talked to him and just was like, "Okay, forget about the fact that I've been in movies. It's just me and you, two people talking." And he took a picture with him, and he was nice, and he totally helped. Like, it was such a cool thing. And I went up to him afterwards, and I was like, "Hey, thanks so much. You just made his like year, And I just talked, and it was really cool. Like, he was super nice. I've had many situations where I've met celebrities, and because I didn't go crazy, they were all really nice to me. Robert Downey Jr., nice. Yes, this is the Orin from the Neverending Story. I really appreciate that you know it. It's one of my favorite possessions. He seems cool. Have you ever met a rude celebrity? I've had a couple of moments where you knew it. That's awesome, Sean. I've had a couple of times where like it wasn't a great encounter. None that were really like I didn't have any overt like nobody was rude. They just weren't extra nice sometimes. So even the worst situations, like there was do you know the movie Austin Powers? The mini-me? I met him, Vern Troyer, and he was very like he didn't really know what to do, and he kind of treated us like I don't know, take a picture and go. Like I have a picture of me and him, and we're both doing this because 22 is my lucky number. So I said to him, "Can we both do 22?" And he was like, "Yeah, I guess." And that was it. Like that's all, he was your favorite in the series. He wasn't bad. What's that locale? Locate? I don't know what you mean. Nice. Yeah, this is one of my favorite. It is my all-time favorite book. I don't know if you've ever read the book Neverending Story by Michael Anda. It is absolutely. It's 10 times better than the movie, and the movie's really good. So you're saying he was short with you? That's so low. I have to read that. Thank you. Definitely read it. In fact, Sean, I'm going to ask you to do me a favor. When you get a chance, read that book and then come back here and tell me what you think of it. I actually have a couple of chapters that I read in a video here on YouTube. What's the thing you wear around your neck? This is called Aran. It's called the Aran. It's from the movie the book The Never Ending Story. It's a really good movie.
Someone said something about some cheesy ceremony for my business class.
When is it?
I don't know. Next Thursday or something.
That's great. You have to do it.
I don't know.
You have to do it.
Really?
Yes. You've never been a part of an actual graduation ceremony.
I know. That's because my stupid conservative high school would let me be in the ceremony and nurse you at the same time. Ruth, you're like, you should get it.
Yes. You worked hard for this. You earned it.
The last movie they made was kind of weird, but still good. If you're talking about Never Ending Story 3, and I will do that. Awesome. I'm genuinely looking forward to hearing what you think.
People clap and you get your diploma.
And then you do that thing where you move the tassel from one side to the other. Very symbolic.
BH.
All right, if you insist.
Vivek is asking if your real name is Brenda.
Vivian Jackson.
Oh, that'd be fun.
First one was the best. Very true. First one was the best. So the third one was not based on the book at all. You can tell in every single way, because first off, it has nothing to do with it. Second off, I think they didn't have the legal right to use the book.
I didn't finish high school. I didn't marry your father. And
Brought back so many memories. That's awesome. So it was very weird, and it was just so that they could make money. Have you heard of O Block? I have not. They're actually, from what I've heard, they're talking about making a new Neverending Story film. And if so, I really, really hope that they go write it closer to what the book is. The book is 100 times better than the movie, and the movie's really good. The first two were based on the book. The third one, third movie is not. That would be sick. Yeah, it would. Like, this book is so good. I don't have the attention span to read, and I've read that book like 4 times. And I'm currently reading it again. Musical artists. Well, did you ever see The Walking Dead? By the way, do you want me to call you Mo Man, or do you have a nickname or a name you would like me to call you? Let me know. Hook was another one. Yeah, Hook was great. It was classic. Have you ever seen? You can call me Mo. Mo, you got it. Thank you. Okay, so in The Walking Dead, there was a blonde-haired girl, and the character's name was Beth. Beth was played by an actress and a singer, Emily Kinney. I got to meet Emily Kinney. I actually got to give her a hug too, which was amazing. It was funny because there was a line. You partied with Thrill Kill Cult? What? Oh, BH, we need to know each other better. Like, we need to become friends. Like, for real friends. Because you already, like, before knowing that, you seemed pretty awesome. Now I'm like, oh, man, we gotta hang out. You listen to folk punk music. I listen to a lot. I know who you're talking about. Never knew she made music. Yes, she did. I actually went to 2 concerts of hers also. But I got to meet her and talk to her, and it was funny. So I was in a line for like, I don't know, hours so that I could get up to the point. I'd met her. I got a picture with her. And then at the very end, I was about to walk away, and she was like, all right, see you later. And I was about to turn, and I was like, wait. And she was like, what? And I'm like, can I get a hug? And she looked at me and went, oh, yeah. And she gave me a hug, and it was like beautiful. It was so incredible. She was so incredibly sweet. Although I met her. Check out Days and Days, please.
Actually, Beatrice, could you hold off on pouring the tea for just
Mystic Brew? Oh man, I really thought for a second. Okay. Vivek, stop. For a second I thought you said Mischief Brew, and I was about to be really happy.
Rory, we accept your terms. Please proceed.
First, let me start by saying that Mom doesn't know that I'm here.
Well,
Pretty mad at me that I was.
did you say Mystic Brew or Mischief Brew? Brew. Bleh. Like Old Time Memory and have you ever been to the Super Bowl? I have not. Oh my gosh. No way, Sean. Dude, how do you know them? That's amazing. I listen to them all the time, and I hate that they're not around anymore for reasons. We said Old Time Memory at the same time. That's wild. Like, I saw your comment later, so I was, yeah. Come sit down, let's... Oh, I can't remember the word. I'm so bad at words. Wake up and go to sleep listening to them. That's awesome. Old Time Memory. My favorite one is, I forget what it's called, but it's like, I am a leader, but you will not follow me. I ain't no preacher, for I'm full of blasphemy. See you in hell, boys. I love that song. That's awesome. That Old Time Memory is one of my favorites, of course. Roll me through the... Yes! Roll me through the gates of hell. Yep. Is it true schools in America need uniforms? Not all of them. I know that sounds dumb, but no matter what school you go to, do you need them here? No matter what school you go to, you need them here. There are some schools that require uniforms, not a whole lot. Very, very few public schools.
Same names. Which now it's not following the imagination of their mothers. Mothers. There were two clowns.
Yeah, because they were brothers.
Yes, so they had mothers.
So you throw me into your drunken world.
It's not a bad place to be, my friend.
Tanks and blue. What is this? What? This life plan book thing. A little gifts for the rest.
I love The Sopranos. Have you seen it? I have not seen The Sopranos. I didn't have HBO. When it first came out, you had to have HBO, which was a channel, and I never had it. So I kind of missed that. Do you watch The Simpsons? Not since the 90s. I watched The Simpsons a lot in the 90s, and then I want to say by like the year 2002 or 2001, I kind of stopped. Check out the band Annoying. Okay. Have you been to the Statue of Liberty? I have not. I have not, but I have been to the Declaration of Independence. I have been to the Liberty Bell in Philadelphia. I spent most of my life in Philadelphia, in or near Philadelphia. So I have seen the Liberty Bell about 1 million times. Sorry if I'm asking too much. No, don't be sorry. Ask questions. That's so sick. You knew the band that most never heard of. Yeah, it's really sad what happened to them. Honestly, I'd still be listening to their music if they were still making music. I just... Yeah, the Mischief Brew was a band around my area when I was a kid, Philly. Do you listen to R&B? Rave Matthews Band. I don't know who R&B is. Or do you mean R&B, like rhythm and blues? What's your favorite song? Me too. R&B. I mean, I like a little bit. Nothing. Most of the music I listen to or liked is either classical. I love classical music, or like punk or grunge, punk or rock, like Nirvana, Green Day, Offspring, Rancid, 9 Inch Nails, like heavier stuff. You listen to Jesse Stewart? I don't know who that is. I probably know I probably know songs that Jesse Stewart sang, but what time is it? It's 5 p.m. 5 p.m. there. Right now it's 12:57 a.m. You know Green Day, nice. Foo Fighters. Nirvana was always my number one favorite, though. Sick, rest in peace. He did the cold beer cover. Nice. Do you like the song You Remind Me? Maybe it goes like, this is how you remind me of what I want, I really am. It's okay. I've seen 9 Inch Nails multiple times. I am so jealous. I have never been to a 9 Inch Nails concert. That's Nickelback? Yeah, it's okay. My 5 friends are also join your live. Well, I appreciate that, Vivek. That's awesome. You and your friends are all welcome. I appreciate it. Mudvayne. Nice. What about you? Tell me a little bit about Australia. Like, okay, if this is I'm like I'm gonna go from hot to cold a lot. So tell me if this is like a dumb or rude question, please understand that I don't mean it to be, and feel free to correct me. I remember when 9 Inch Nails was still playing in clubs. That's awesome. I'm really jealous of you. If you're just walking around town anywhere in Australia, like, is there anywhere where you're walking around town and you could just see a koala just around? I've heard koalas are really rude, though. They're, like, not friendly. Mostly. I will never visit Australia because they have these 8-legged things that terrify me to my very soul. So I'm gonna just say right now that it's not a place I'll ever go. Do you believe in ghosts? Me? I do not. I do believe in demons and angels, but I don't believe in ghosts. I have tried. I want to believe in ghosts, but there's just too much. I don't believe in them. Do you believe in ghosts? No.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. You know Washington? Excuse me, ma'am.
I have to get ready. It's Friday here, and I'm gonna go out. You subscribed. Thank you so much. Yeah, I really appreciate you talking, being here. I hope you have a great rest of your night, and I hope to catch up with you again in the future. Have fun. Ugh, my hair is so gross looking. What time is it? It's 1 a.m. When you go live next, I'll join. Awesome, awesome. Glad to hear. See you later. Who's all in here? Who else is here? I got about maybe another half hour.
I've been here a few times. We saw the Bengals here.
When was that? 20 years ago?
It was a reunion and they were great.
Yeah, they're okay.
And a couple years ago, Mom drove us into shop, and she couldn't find a good parking place, and then all of the parking lots were total rip-offs, so she kept
Okay.
making U-turns and cutting off taxis, and we read screened that in so many different languages that we just turned around and drove home and bought a Hummel at the curio store in Stars Hollow.
Oh, very adventurous.
I'm just saying, I'm no stranger to the Big Apple.
You are, if you're calling it the Big Apple.
So I don't have the lingo down yet, but at least I have the attitude.
You do.
Oh yeah. When I was getting a locker for my backpack, at the bus stop there was this guy and he was just standing there staring at me. And instead of ignoring him, I just fixed it with a
Have to eat 4 tabs.
no.
Watch Neverending Story.
It's dangerous. That could hurt you.
Frying for the first time should be good. Okay.
So your arm's okay?
I have very little understanding of that sentence, but okay. I hope you enjoy it.
She's a friend to all of us dispossessed.
So here's your lunch place.
A hot dog stand?
Hey, I eat here every day. It's nothing fancy, but
No, I love it. It's perfect.
Oh, that's probably not good.
Make that tip, please.
I hope you're safe and you live through this. Jeez.
Okay. Not the change. Yeah, getting patchy, you know.
probably using the wrong thing.
Yeah. It's a common.
We'll say, please be careful. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but just please be careful. I would like to have for us to have a conversation in the future. For you to be able to come in here and again and talk and joke and shoot the shit and all. But you gotta survive to do that. I did 9 watching the B movie, but I did take them. Gonna bounce. Got a big day tomorrow. Well, I thank you for being here. I hope you have a great night. I'm strapped in. But you do what you gotta do. I just hope you're safe. That's all. Like I said, I would never try to tell you what to do. I just hope you're safe and you are okay. Yeah, so it's all a learning tool. Okay. All right, hey.
So exciting. Isn't this exciting?
This is my 8th year of doing this.
So, not so exciting for you about it.
Oh man. I got pads on my wall. I'm locked in my room. I got close things. Oh my gosh, you're gonna have fun. No matter what happens, it's gonna be a fun night for you. That's funny. I wish you the best. Oh man. I should probably get off line.
I'm sorry, what are you doing here? How do you even know about this? I shouldn't know about this. Mother can't know about this. No, I just mean you graduate. I know. So we're here to see you graduate.
I should probably get off the line. I don't feel that great all of a sudden, so I hope I can help Atreyu save the horse. Oh my gosh, dude. I have a feeling you got some stories to tell. All right. I'll catch you later. I think I'm actually going to get offline too. I was going to stay on a little longer, but I don't know. Everyone's getting off. And also, I'm starting to not feel so great. So maybe I should get some sleep.
Excuse me, all of this equipment, it can't be here.
Well, obviously, we're not going to leave all of this equipment here for everybody to trip over. We're not cretins.
She's handling it right, Mom. You're handling it.
I mean, it's like some.
Okay. It's been 2 hours. It's been 2 hours? Those who their demons and Jesus and Almighty get to us. Okay. Well, I hope you have a good night. Whoever's in here, whoever's in here, I hope you have a great night. I thank you for hanging out. I hope to catch up with you in the future. I will talk to you later. I'll probably be live tomorrow at some point.